Talk, where we talk books, and today we're going to be talking about Matt Wallace's LustLocked, and specifically the role of Native Americans in it. So, for those of you who are like, why are we talking about Native Americans in LustLocked? That, isn't even the main point of this book. Well, the reason is because this actually hits home to me, as I am Indigenous myself. I'm a member of the Narragansett tribe, and I consider myself to be a little bit of an Indigenous activist, and one thing that oftentimes doesn't happen is having inclusive, realistic voices of Indigenous people. Oftentimes the Indigenous inclusivity that happens is either non-existent or it's very stereotypical and actually kind of detrimental to Indigenous people, because a lot of people don't even think that we're real, or they black us out or white us out, which means people are like, you're not Indigenous, you're white. You're not Indigenous, you're black, because we don't fit the stereotypes that have been built around society, in our movies, in our education system. Even some of the stuff that's taught in schools isn't even right. And so it really is important to me that Indigenous people are included in these stories, but in a real, accurate kind of way. We're just regular people, and that our culture is a part of us, but it's not the whole part of us. It's not the only part of us. And so I was actually pleasantly surprised by Matt Wallace. I think that his book is incredibly diverse as far as women and the roles women play in his book, having different types of minorities in his book. And I'm not going to lie, I was nervous when I saw that he had Native people, because so often Native people in a situation of magic, they're considered almost like the magical creatures themselves. Like the Native Americans are like a witch or a wizard or something like that. And it's I wish. Really though, I wish we were magic, because if I was a real life wizard, call me Harry Potter, call me Hermione Granger, but that's just not the case. So I thought it was hilarious, actually, for those of you who haven't or don't know that you've met Indigenous people or don't have that close of a relationship, and those of you who have, one thing that you would notice if you went into most Indigenous people's houses, not all of them, because me right now, you look around, it's all books and stuff, nothing to show my culture at all, but I found a lot of Indigenous adults, especially, I'm an adult, but adultish, they have art, Indigenous art, drums, different things, all over their houses. And I thought it was hilarious that that's the way his office was depicted, was covered in Navajo art, because he was actually Navajo, which I love that they gave him a tribe. He wasn't just a Native American. There's over 500 federally recognized tribes in the United States. So I'm glad he wasn't just Native American, because we're all different. We have different languages, different cultures. We don't all live in teepees. My tribe didn't live in teepees. And so I was excited to see that he had a specific tribe and a specific culture. Unfortunately, he was a drunk in this one. I can't say that alcoholism isn't real in our community, but I did love that they balanced him out with a granddaughter who was relatable to the modern day Indigenous person. Because there are, elders who are stuck in their ways, and then there are Indigenous people who are living in the 21st century who have their culture as a part of them, but also have, as my great-grandfather used to say, a foot in each canoe. So you got one foot in the American world and one foot in your cultural world. And you're trying to balance that out. And I love that they had a granddaughter who wasn't dressing anything really like the stereotype. She was just a person who her culture was a part of. I also loved that he had denim, and those are the stereotypes that are actually, look at me right now. We love ourselves some denim. Denim on denim on denim. I don't know why. And so I just wanted to say, I mean, was it perfect? Maybe not, but I also don't know that much about the Navajo culture. I do have some friends who are Navajo, but that's not my tribe. It's not from anywhere around me, so I don't know as much about the Navajo culture to know how accurate he was, and I can't really judge on that. But I was happy that there was really this balance, and it also wasn't like he was magic because he was native. It was like all cultures have their own versions of wizards and things like that, and that this just happens to be one. If you're looking for one that's from America, it would be an indigenous person. That's just the way it is. I actually very much appreciated that. The fact that it was a Paw or a medicine person, I mean, I get it. I mean, you should know our magic medicine people weren't magic. But, it is what it is. I really enjoyed the book. I am actually very happy to see Indigenous people portrayed in this kind of a way. And let me know down below what you think. If you think this is even an issue that needs to be talked about, or if it is what it is, and I need to stop thinking it's important. Let me know down below what you guys think, and I will see you next time.